Hi, everyone. This is Tonya Tyus from Legendary Events, and I'm here with Carolyn Pistone, a legendary woman who will be here sharing with you on September 7th the keys you'll need to continue in your business. So, Carolyn, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, uh, I do lots of things.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I'm the president and managing director and founder of a commercial real estate company called Clear Blue Commercial. We are a certified green business, a certified woman-owned business, and a B Corp. We are the only commercial real estate services firm in the world that is all of those things. And we have just celebrated our 10-year anniversary as a seven-figure business. And the only reason I bring that up is because not because I like to brag about how much money I have, but because I know what a rare thing it is. Less than 2% of the women-owned businesses in this country ever hit that seven-figure mark. And one of the reasons I started this business is not just because I want to have a business, but I really look for ways to use my business as a force for good. That's why we have all of those certifications.
Right.
And I'm personally passionate about climate change and social justice and making the world a better place. And since we just had our 10-year anniversary, we've been able to assemble some data that shows that through our efforts in good property management, we have diverted 3.3 million carbon from our atmosphere, and we have saved 30 million gallons of water within about 100 yards of where I'm standing right now.
Wow. That's
So I'm
amazing.
And because a lot of our clients are government entities, um, one of the things that we've done, our biggest client, we're a subcontractor for the state of California, and through our energy savings, we've been able to save over $1 million in energy costs and counting. So if you're a taxpayer in the state of California, you are welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I am. I'm in Seattle right now for treatments, but I'm a resident of California.
Oh, yay, neighbor.
I miss it. So you're going to be teaching women how to,
Well, the title of my talk is Bringing Your Whole Self to Your Whole Life: Strategies for Wild Success in Business and Beyond. And one of the things that I talk a lot about in business and in life, because frankly there's no separation. um, I just spoke on a panel at a women's business conference about work-life balance.
mm,
And I felt like the premise of that is erroneous at best. There's no difference between your work and your life is not something that you put on hold while you go do these other things and then come back to your life. It's all connected within uh, one person, and we're all connected to each other as one species. And I've been thinking a lot about this lately because I did write a book. It's just come out. It's called Open for Joy: A Journey of Healing and Business Success. And I originally started out to write two books. I was going to write one book about overcoming childhood trauma and adult adversity and
mm,
advocating for special needs foster kids, and kind of what that means to the world and the community. And then another book about what it means to be a woman in business and how the the course for that is different.
yeah, it
So I
is.
had these two little notebooks that I carried around, and whenever I thought had a thought, I jot it down, and I frequently found myself with both notebooks in my hand, trying to figure out where this little tidbit goes.
Well, mhm.
And that's when I realized there is no separation. this is about bringing your whole self to your whole life.
Absolutely. And as entrepreneurs, we know that we try to separate it. My trick to separating it is when I'm on the computer and the screen goes to black and the writing turns to white, and I look up and go, oh my goodness, I'm still on this. It must be 9 o'clock. I set that a long time ago as a cue to myself that it was time to get off of the computer.
Oh, good for you.
But just to have a signal when it's time to move from one task to the next. Not that I switch off the mind, because as an entrepreneur, we are always full of ideas. We are always living in creative idea syndrome.
Well, that was why I had to start my own business, because I was always, I was in corporate America and I was always running into my boss's office going, I have a great idea. Here's what we should do. And the fact is that they were like, thank you, Carolyn, please go do that Excel spreadsheet I asked you to do.
And it seems like I got tired of going the extra mile, neglecting my children to be like the guys were. And see, I was the wife who needed a wife.
Everybody needs a wife. I don't know.
Totally
I don't know
agree.
how we've gotten by without them this long.
I don't know, because the men that had the wives, they didn't have to be at the soccer games. They didn't have to worry about the baseball practice, and they didn't have the school calling them because your kid forgot his lunch. They didn't have to deal with any of that. Even when I was in college, the husbands were having, it was a national university, and the husbands would open their desk. I'll say, oh yes, open their briefcases. Oh yeah, she did type the paper for me. And I'm like, I just paid $50 for somebody to type my paper for me. So yeah, it gets
well, I was
woman,
thinking about what you're saying is true, because one of the things that we were talking about on this panel that I spoke on about work-life balance is I can't imagine being at a conference where there is a panel full of men and an audience full of men talking about work-life balance. It's not even a topic. And let me say, I am married to a wonderful man who is an equal partner in our home and in our business. But that is not necessarily the way the world is set up.
right?
And I was a vice president at a big corporation, and I set up this giant awards dinner for all the national team, which they neglected to invite me to. So I set this all up for them, and they were going to go do that. And then my boss said to me at 4 o'clock that afternoon, oh, did you want to come? And so I said yes, and I made the arrangements. And I was sitting at a table between two VPs from other parts of the country, and they were talking, two men, and they were talking about fishing, because they were both really into fishing, and so into fishing that they would get up at 4 a.m. and fish for an hour and then put their suits on and come to work. And they wanted to be inclusive, since I was the only woman at the table and I was sitting between them. So they're like, do you fish, Carolyn? I was like, well, no, I don't. I don't fish. And then they said, well, what do you like to do? And I said, well, I've just adopted my 2 special needs foster kids, and they need a lot of, there's a lot to that, and they need a lot of advocacy and nurturing and many other things. And that's kind of my hobby in addition to this job. And they were both quiet for a minute, and then one of them goes, well, who's taking care of them? And I was quiet for a moment. And then I said, well, who's taking care of your kids when you're fishing? Because why are you even asking me that? You asked me what I'm into. I told you what I'm into. And then you made a value judgment about it that I shouldn't be here right now. And so I understand that work-life balance is very important, almost and more so for women, I'm sorry to say.
Yes.
And so we do have to have strategies for that. But for me, my biggest strategy for that is to not look at it as two things. I look at it as one thing. My life is my life. And I'm going to bring my whole self and my best self to my whole life. So I'm going to bring the same great energy that I bring to leading my company that I do to playing at the park with my kids or going on vacation with my husband. I bring my whole self wherever I go because I can, and because that's what life is. That's the key to joy, in bringing your best self to the world and getting the most out of life and putting the most into life.
I think that's going to be such an awesome topic for us to hear. Oh my God, I'm excited about it. Wow. So do you have any freebies or anything that you're going to give? And how do we get your book? And
well, my book, once again, is Open for Joy, A Journey of Healing and Business Success. It is Amazon.com. Just do Open for Joy on Amazon.com. The freebies that I have two workbooks that I have developed working with both family groups and work departments and businesses. One is called Journal to Joy, and it's sort of your personal way to get more joy out of your life. And the other one is called Values, Mission, and Vision, and that's to bring groups together to get values aligned so that they can then find meaning and value and mission and vision in all their endeavors.
Wow. All right. So guys, come out and hear Carolyn. This is going to be really great. She's got a lot to share, and she has the background and the wherewithal to want to serve you in the best manner she can. Bringing our whole self to our business is something that we do on a daily basis, whether we recognize it or not. And having a few more strategies in our pocket might just help us understand and do better and grow the bottom line of our businesses. Because we serve to sell. Selling is service. Don't forget that. All right.
We serve to sell. More importantly, we sell to serve.
Serve.
The more
Absolutely.
we sell, the more we can serve.
Exactly. And we're servers by nature. We're servers by nature, and I know you started your business to serve people.
Absolutely.
And you never forget that. And the more you serve, the more you sell. Okay.
Well, back at you, Tonya.
September 7th from 10 to 4. I've decided to make September 7th my She's Back, Welcome Back Tonya party.
Yes.
I want to invite you to come RSVP at TonyaTyusParker.com. Be my guest and come party with me. So we're going to have a good time. You're going to be able to pick up some business tips and hear some fabulous speakers. We're going to have music and games, and just come and enjoy yourselves. I want to thank all of the communities that supported me while I'm going through what I've been going through since 2017. And I want everybody there. Bring a friend, bring a couple of friends, just RSVP so we can let you in the door. All right. Thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate
Thank you,
having
Tonya.
you. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.